For Semeko Madrid game, I mean the Cambo Inter Milan for Nabaso. Because UEFA Champions League aye bono. It seems say ye come on we are dear, come on we are dear. By Nipa Dronano and target Inter Milan say omi a good side. By to go to Allianz Arena, no question by and 2-1, and easy. Inter team na ma witness no. Oka teams are away Europa, omukra balanced team. Defensively, omi very good. Offensively, omi very good. Omutimi control game. Omo good bench. Omo ye team a ombetimi enwabo any style of football. See yen defend, yen control, yen attack. Bi bia pese Inter Milan. Ebe ye bia no ombetimi no waye. And let's not forget, Inter Milan bobuko no ken. Omo ye bobuko bakwa. Eba coaching aspect of the game are tactically. Inter Milan for no omo coaching ye very good at. Ne system, na approach. Bibia weke on the field of play. And nyame wan say so far in the UEFA Champions League. Inter Milan for no about 11 games, ome lose just one. I consider 3 goals. Omo ye team baako en confront time ball mabaso by to be honest. Na Bayern about 22 games e we UEFA Champions League ofie. Bayern bo buko ni lose. Inter etimi akwa we akwa akwese no. E wasa man for sha ase ma omani ko Inter Milan bo buko no so. Simone Inzaghi any Inter Milan bo buko no. Omo ye ade. Ye ka team so mbetimi ha adwen e we UEFA Champions League a. Inter Milan capable say obetimi aka team bi adwen. So my member Inter Milan for aba. So enra yentimi enro mu game by going to Allianz Arena winning 2-1. Inter deserve a lot of credit. Ken, after the mami ram into the game course so ewo Emirates. Arsenal miensa Real Madrid and Shebi. Ejuma ye no obi a wetie me from day one besi ne. Semi analyze game a me mfa me team a me support and analyze game. Me ye fair. Me ye critical. Na ma ye factual in my analysis. The fact say me ye Real Madrid ni no nche say everything I was say Kodema Real Madrid no. Say we ye Real Madrid fan na wutie me awie na wo hwe me awie a. Men ye blame games. But Arsenal for abaso mum. Bo na enra Arsenal boy ye no. Si ye ka total dominance in football, enra Arsenal enya total dominance over Real Madrid. Enya afi na me betena say na Carlo Ancelotti anya de ana kwoto aye say ana David Alaba aye say debi ball na Arsenal ball ni enra no. Arsenal for deserve every credit and acknowledgement. Arsenal na omo ye way better than Real Madrid. Enya afi na aba be blame games bia but Arsenal for ni mo mabaso because enra Arsenal ema ye 5-star performance. Se football na ye die no. Traditionally, you will 6 key aspects of football. You will the tactical aspects, collective aspects, technical aspects, individual, physical, and the mental aspect of the game. And the football na ye bon you will 6 traditional aspects of the game. Enra obin cheme one aspect Real Madrid dominating Arsenal. Every aspect of the game Arsenal dominating Real Madrid. And to me betina ha say be blame game say Carlo Ancelotti anya de by rather me the credit ni na be ma Arteta ene Arsenal bobuko ni say enra no me ye super enra Arsenal am a 5-star performance after the yenya botanium break game ni down the game ne call ye no ye bie game nim no obi anya no hwante antiase te say de bie si ye no ken enra Arsenal na ye the better side Arsenal game plan Arteta di remu ene how our players need to execute game plan na ye excellent yes as ye say enra Arsenal ana attack more on paper na Arsenal ebo 4 back na Arsenal ebo no anytime be Arsenal be initiate attack no ebeda na 3 back mostly anytime be enra Arsenal be attack bia no Luis Kelly ana obo as a left back e move back inside ebe Partey ho as an invented midfielder so anytime be Arsenal be initiate attack bia no ekoka Saliba Kiwior ana Timber we chiro as the 3 back na Thomas Partey and Luis Kelly are operating as the 2 deep central midfielders. And between Partey and Abrante defense Luis Kelly, Partey acting as the director. Anytime be Arsenal be initiate attack. Now Luis Kelly are operating as the gateway to Arsenal for build up. No? So Arsenal build up mostly a 3-2 build up. So omo 3-2 build up now. Then omo 2 offensive number 8, Declan Rice and Abrante defense say Odegaard and move inside. Na player na obo as a first number na e was so leading Arsenal for attack. Merino no was a drop deep acting as a floating forward. So anytime Biano Arsenal You say game na se kosi se pon ye no because of Arsenal almost structure anyhow we build it up no Arsenal enya central control because Arsenal all the phases of build up na dominate Real Madrid. Arsenal first phase of build up shall say for goalkeeper David Raya. If David Raya ho na wanya Timber Saliba and Akio by Real Madrid for defender two players omudi kan defend no Mbappe ni Vinicius Junior. So Arsenal for first phase of build up no on benya 3 versus 2. Arsenal enya numerical advantage over Real Madrid in Arsenal first phase because Arsenal ye build up akwaku Kirio Saliba Timber nipa 3. Real Madrid the defender Real Madrid for first phase of defense no Vinicius Junior Mbappe 2 versus 3. Arsenal our advantage in our first phase. Over Arsenal for second phase Luis Kelly inverted waba better midfielder. Our Partey as the director. Our Odegaard that can rise as an offensive number 8. Marino na nka wose inside the box no. Also so drop deep better than floating midfielder. And in the midfield centrally, Arsenal for second phase almost 5 players. Against Real Madrid for midfielders Camavinga, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric 4. So in Arsenal so second phase of build up no almost 5 versus 4. And the idea no na Emma Arsenal dominating Real Madrid. Arsenal control game. Arsenal team beating Real Madrid for a defensive line in area say the first phase of Arsenal build up Arsenal were numbers the second phase of build up more numbers into Arsenal dominating Real Madrid from the central midfield Arsenal in control so centrally it was Arsenal Football Club dominating Real Madrid now oko wide area na akowen sa e ho na asem ne wo on say na no obi edi nkomo no say Bukayo Saka David Alaba Fede Valverde then Gabriel Martinelli 1 versus 1 but to be honest with you Papa your friend is Arteta Osuade in terms of the tactical aspect of the game Enra Arteta Businia man Carlo Ancelotti on the rings on say anytime be a Real Madrid be defend Biano on the left side baby a David Alaba wono o expect Camavinga and I said Jude Bellingham be defensive cover now I cover David Alaba now meant me and Bambenya 1 versus Bukayo Saka by Arsenal were so intelligent Arteta every day game to the stand say on my time Biano or planted Martin Odegaard ewo Camavinga and I said Jude Bellingham so the moment to be planted Martin Odegaard on Camavinga Jude Bellingham no ebe force Bukayo Saka say obenya 1 versus 1 against David Alaba and the end say Real Madrid a defensive cover for David Alaba no were planted Martin Odegaard on Real Madrid for defensive cover and to say oh yeah Camavinga will focus on Odegaard so oh yeah Jude Bellingham will focus on Odegaard so after the Asaba benya Saka David Alaba 1 versus 1 and 1 versus 1 no Saka the left side near Shadi baby a Martinelli wono the same plan the same approach baby a Fede Valverde as the right back who expected Rodrigo say on the defensive cover for Fede Valverde in this case we planting a branch of friends said they can rise on Rodrigo and to Rodrigo to me Fede Valverde that defensive cover but rather I also focus on the can rise Martinelli benya Fede Valverde 1 versus 1 so in Arsenal game no centrally omu create from the wide area left side right side omu create and to prove further na mema of further prove about asema maker no yenhwe Arsenal attacking side kwaku wadare man ka betima be mama mia on say football attacking side no either side be attacking from the left from the middle and answer right unhu say enra Arsenal enya a balanced attacking side left side on you saying
32
middle you saying
32
right side you saying
36
after the one who balance
yeah
on say team go attack on say left side near more by enra in the case of Arsenal how almost set it up no left side 32%, middle 32, right side 36. And to win a balanced attack, that's the reason why Enra Arsenal 11 attempts to score. Emu 8 on target and only 3 goals. Where the third goal a 16 sequence of passes from David Raya. Kosi said the Marino Eshe no. Omo pass a ball in 16 times. Nanka Real Madrid conceded 3. Nan the goalkeeper says 5. Emna enya Courtois Real Madrid betima concede more than 5 goals. Courtois he saves in 0.5. So Enra Arsenal attacking third no more exceptional defensively solid display by Arsenal. Enra when attack more enya Arsenal. Enra when they create chances more Arsenal. When they control game more Arsenal. By all a team or sa cover distance kese on the field of players say Arsenal. And the Arsenal say Olusubo na or say proactive mame Arsenal distance covered. Na fache Real Madrid. Real Madrid nanka abeka say yes ni bebrebe no a wo defend nanka wo say Real Madrid mum cover distance kɛseɛ by enra Arsenal cover 113.9 kilometers. Real Madrid are no old defending no cover 101.2 kilometers. Enra Arsenal distance covered difference are no Real Madrid one no 12.7. So defensively na Arsenal great individually. Enra Thomas Partey. Enra Thomas Partey boss in finfin ho. Partey jin finfin fight. Calmness ye defendi Partey nie ye attack Partey nie na o ye tempo setter wo game nim enra na Partey de sa calmness ne ba obi to say Luis Kelly excellent display by him and Abrante your friend say Declan Rice onim said na Real Madrid for air practice set pieces corner kick and a boy you be floaty by timer free kicks never to ho no so what ya Arsenal for set piece coach Jova instructor Arsenal Declan Rice mo say omon floaty ball no omon fa ball ni nkom e ho na Bukayo Saka ka che Declan Rice say so what na obetima bo direct free kick abose so individual brilliance and ma Declan Rice dominated to be honest with you enra Arsenal na omo ye better than Real Madrid eni say Real Madrid for ye blame games e was say we Madrid ni accept say see my enra who face no na Arsenal ye better than Real Madrid every aspect of the game na Arsenal ye better kitwe bi on a game no Barcelona against Dortmund kwa minimum analysis a obeya obeka say Dortmund ye favorite to me Barcelona ye favorite but there ba kwa was say Barcelona ye very careful ye say unim say this season in the UEFA Champions League every away match be a Dortmund she go every away match be a Dortmund she go omo ye very aggressive omo ba attacking football omo good players Karim Adeyemi ebe running with his speed Julian Brandt as an old-fashioned creative midfielder then Obaba Benya Eyo Gurasi I will bet my pick high balls nina but to be honest I feel Barcelona ebe win game way 2025 Barcelona form mentally Barcelona for how many abre a game am pese me ha me hu bebre to me nyame ya do match na betwe game na wie no me hu ne say Barcelona ebe win this game way and your opportunity ye per season bia me hu ne say Barcelona betima ko UEFA Champions League final this season
omo hurdle big one against Inter Milan.
They say Inter game na enye over sao. Oh yeah, by still na Inter your favorite. But to be honest with you, semi per season na Barcelona ebetima ko UEFA Champions League final this season. And the last time omo je no Germany. I believe Barcelona ene omo form no say unya analysis bebre. Barcelona ebenya ni win. And na wasa Barcelona qualify ene. Eni so omo de ko signal Iduna Arena. Barca be qualifier. And then Barcelona beat match and the 3 and the 4. By omu making sure say ometre hono one in here say every away match Dortmund actually go this season in the UEFA Champions League. A win for Barcelona.
A win for Barcelona. Mami son to us for screens so Kwame. Let's get more interactive. Big Kwame. It's for into be joining our television also. Na me more big screen so Kwame Edward for the tactical aspect of the game. Me to us so me for different direction na match now. When many BSC or games anymore. You need to have a look at it. So joining on Facebook. Now what may I get some more interactive because any many be brain now a see what game no we need to have a discussion. I remember very well said and not by this time coming. One of those discussions we're having they say it's a coach Obebo Lucas Vasquez as a right back and now say Obebo Fedi Valverde left back what we debated they say David Alaba left back na Auburn M1 Madrid. I am sure one of the words I used was that me not be shocked. It looks like Okra Kwame now we are shocked. Madrid supporters no. Then you'll be one say why would you want to raise a David Alaba against Bukayo Saka? Say game neba or you're dangerous. Only Carlo Ancelotti and they didn't reason why. Now one of those things that we feel say a headache can say, Mama, in the next picture I'll be one iconic picture and if me Florentino Perez I will be very, very angry if I try and call the next one. And they say, clearly, now to say Antonio Rudiger on your feet. Oh, I mean, throughout the season, Rudiger was back on Compesa and 9 in your face. Back over about 12 minutes. You walk cross it Rudiger Ampa or Sia Kamavinga say Kamavinga, any ball. All clear in 9 years, with me and clear. It's a ball Kamavinga and Anka Eshe. It's look, this is Madrid for left center back and a left back in Yetio. These are guys defending against Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. And a bandage above 1 9. clearly, Omonya fit. It is Omonya fit. Why would you want to raise this boy throughout Alaba Gradi? On your fit to cry. Abraham Frangasia, Ewo. Be concerned back on it. Because I thought it was a wrong decision for Carlo Ancelotti to do that. Now, you got the next one. Kwame. Afei, yeah, discussing Arsenal playing very well. But maybe more two basic instances to be here. If you say Madrid for no, they could have taken advantage. Now, watch this. We'll come back. Watch this very well. Wait, Arsenal taking advantage of loose Real Madrid for fullbacks because you started game no. Acquire no Martinelli, Eddie Fedi Valverde faso no. Me who say Fedi Valverde want to game sada. You started game no. Martinelli footballer. Na Fedi Valverde e won po. Bakona acquire crosser. Declan Rice boy a come ball. Raul Asensio sa we vache. I think this was a clear penalty. Because direction na ball the aircon. So he knew it was heading towards the goal. And the referee Angie. But on the other side of Bukayo Saka, so yeah, Alaba Mwejima. Now, Ken, and Kwame, Biggie. It is not as if Madrid did not create openings. You got 3 minutes inside the game. Arsenal air attack and a mistake body they did Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka almost back pass. And the body they Vinicius Junior. It was 2v1. Now open you have more chance to say score. You have next one. Vinicius Junior miraculously or the ball as I saw pass the ball than the other. Or the ball never or the ball never Arsenal because initially yeah the ball the demand no it was Ono versus Saliba and away Mbappe 2v1. This was clear chance early stages of the game, but on the ball never actually do a simple pass or the outside the foot scale. Moments. You don't destroy moments like this. Let me give you one example again. Your ball came the 30th minute. Jude Bellingham, Emma, true pass to be Edema, Kylian Mbappe. I'm sure you do remember. For instance, no. Mbappe, this is another clear chance. Madrid could have taken advantage. As at this stage, goalless draw. Some of these things, one year I will come back and hunt you. We are discussing Declan Rice. We'll come back to him. We are discussing a lot of positives about this game. One thing we are failing to do, they say, Madrid had chances. Mamo, just 2 examples. 3rd minute, Vini, that was all passing. 30th minute, this is Kylian Mbappe. 1v1 here, ball, no, boss your goalkeeper. Do you do this? Now, you go next one. I'm some more come off. It's born yes, in the first half, Arsenal played very well. And then Kwame highlighted here, but they say one of those things it got me excited. They said, Skelly now all ball left back, no, or Yakwada. Obefresi Rodrigo Guesa, I was saying the young no, but Ateta ye bold, say, oh man, Kwarani Megina, if you will be, or inventing the Thomas Partey. That was a bold decision because Rodrigo guessed a game no swap. Just a boy free midfield echo Takeno. But Arsenal almost slow because anytime Arsenal here build up, Thomas Partey and Abrantes for the scale, Omumienu, and it's just the double pivot. To be born easy because timer, Mbappe, any Vinicius Junior, time on ball. And Kwame, I was extremely disappointed in the Madrid team because it looks as if they entered the game knowing game no box. You say we game no ben about. So their attitude was poor. Especially with Carlo Ancelotti. So pre-match, or can say, we are playing a 4-4-2. We want to be compact. And one of the coach in the person or 1-0 be or lose 1-0 be crowd. Okay. Or you saw come and about. Or let me take advantage. That was poor. And no number place no. Even at 2-0, who will say Madrid for a serious about the game? They were relaxed because they know say, oh 2-0, Arsenal day. That was a bad attitude. About your next one, your bonko. Now, you're free kick, because I want to highlight this. This is the free kicker, Declan Rice. Me person be training my bear me and some free kick. Declan Rice, and you only the ball Arsenal free kick. Never. The was a free kick, Normally, I am Martin Odegaard. I don't know how call back picture now. Who say Odegaard any Declan Rice because Odegaard they bought a free kick. And on the kasa and now Odegaard a jai man. Because Nicolas Jova, I catch that young next one. Nicolas Jova, I catch that Bukayo Saka's on board because Bukayo Saka. And now, Declan Rice, the Metchan Yemeni Bebresi, okay? It's Jova and say, young ball, no. He meant to say, Onya in swinger. It's Declan Rice and Momu Bar. It is going here, not ask the Flaba attack ahead. So what's Declan Rice? Shadi Yepa, oh, share television one, share Declan Rice. Share baby, yes, uncrossable in fanfa. Small baby, and it's in the air. It's at this stage. Me sure say even the Arsenal players no they knew say boy never Kelly born. It's Thibaut Courtois. One way once he said one year, and I don't blame him. The reason I don't blame him is on him said Declan Rice on more free kick direct he shared that. It's oh obey cross because Declan Rice quite a born. It's baby obey cross the ball on the apple. It's ideally so be only free kick he will be a goalkeeper is Walla or the one extra player a big because on him perfect say eba say ye bend the ball no we never block. It's one say come in the biggie. And I'm a boy. On say space in the house here. Obi abeti na Kelly ball in the action. Yeah. But Thibaut Courtois and fan of who because he knows very well upon on the free kick ball. Any case, coach will say hand ye baba ye cross. So here they. It's like say and from so ba war no but I don't blame him. I understand. So don't him say boy no ombo. Only for next one. Declan Rice to sports star angle no and not the ball in the share. You next one. And on the ball share. That was individual brilliance because clearly coach is membo obiasi membo on one kasa they feel say was so ball because he had realized he said players now you lose and no take advantage. But to the second one, so let me give you a closer look. Come in. Anyway, this is the Real Madrid wall. And I asked now 4% omusu goalkeeper name Thibaut Courtois him and almost swire 3-man wall. Now me pamucho FIFA man and saying about free kicks they say we are waller Arsenal player any who can so question FIFA because en can any tires up. FIFA says I'm talk na because we free kick in Buniti no. Yaye wall area also so proud dia obetimi eja space kakra dia to na also so why o dia ya allowed. It's clearly free kick no Thibaut Courtois ohun ball. Come here, some Mickey, and now who angle no say. Big you only say. Because I said me who so who, and I'm me who near me. Oh, and I'm a boy.
There's a little space in between the two walls. Until possibly, baby, I caught what Ginane dear. Mimi feels and there was at least
a boy in the war. Arsenal
warning. Yes.
Into who born ye.
So I mean, so
if you say ye dear, I'm no by but at least in situations like this, we a goalkeeper. The little opportunity I'll be Kakrana when you be bottom. I was told to me, baby. So what if the one cast a one and Kwan and a born a dead you two born a fast way?
Well, because maybe me so who born ye. It's the time I Declan Rice ever born or move steps back or echo. I say. And Sana all back the other direction. Inti also so you cannot say entirely without blaming Thibaut Courtois, but the entire happens also. But they better Thibaut Courtois and say, baby, I born a crochet, you know. I'm not sure so maybe it's not the next one. Baby, I born a crochet. Me sure said goalkeeper you be nyaku go do achi ball. Me pa cho mu kakra in Ghana for and what they need. Baby, I born you crochet. Over there watch ball. I mean, it's clearly individual brilliance and the Arsenal they do purpose. It is not as if Madrid did not get their chances. They got their chances, but Salah cadesical attitude, and now I saw Madrid players, you know. Anything you call game, who be some players Libya, and now we are going to do comeback. I shall put Arsenal there, over to about one measure. Into ball, no lie. Anything almost show this kind of attitude in the game. Game, you know. There's a second Arsenal this share or more pan or one share. The most difficult part in the share because it got to some point in time in the first half, Thibaut Courtois had to do double saves. Second half, rather, Bakumi and San, Lady Del Alaba Yibaku Fiponimu, Jude Bellingham Hiboni Fiponimu. Until they had their chances, Arsenal deserved to win. Or more Bobono, they were serious. Kids will be about the Dortmund game coming. Adia Bakwa, Mimi feel say. I feel Barcelona show mo home and away. Sa Nico Kovac on it. Hansi Flick, yeah, very close. Obiani mi yonku 2006. Trapattoni Ekochi Salzburg, no. Na Hansi Flick an assistant. Then Nico Kovac also can one of the assistants, no. And Hansi Flick, enya kwan called Germany, Ekwa Joachim Löw assistant. And then Nico Kovac, and then the Musa Abe Kochi Frankfurt. Yo, Hansi Flick are not any yet back home assistants, no. Hansi Flick became assistant coach at Bayern Munich. I mean, Nico Kovac as the senior coach. Now Hansi that's your assistant. Nico Kovac, the senior brother, also can be your assistant. And I found Nico Kovac, now Hansi Flick be taking over Bayern. At the Bayern Munich in course, it these two coaches. But how well will you know someone? You know him by his status, by a compact. The individual players, and this is a game. I feel say Barcelona. Oh, the individual qualities ahead of Dortmund. And you can I play the advantage of Barcelona. Biggie, continue.
Kwaku, and Arsenal and Real Madrid. At the back, I said there was definitely going to be that time and there's going to be a defeat like this. And I stay in the face of Real Madrid. But the woman said, who didn't come on one, now Madrid home command. In Yaba Champions League pet, it was so castle. Based on the history and the performance of the Real Madrid team. It's a nuntino. Now, my assembly cannot quack ding. So, because say Arsenal quack Real Madrid, a convincing results or scoreline, a bad ding so bit me a casa. But so what Real Madrid this particular season, for the first time in the history of Real Madrid both group stages of the Champions League, Omu lose 3 matches. Ne been to Real Madrid da our Champions League mu. Eti Madrid bo ko ni ja ye omudi. Some Madrid bo Champions League and money more conkan, the money more osro no. So be lose 3 matches go group stages and to Madrid. But this particular season kwaku e be to Real Madrid. It right from the group stages. There were certain signs are not actually. But then again, e be do stage say ya won't mean kan kese and na me di kan say e Real Madrid nti. Oh, can now I just to now I because it is the Champions League and the Champions League no and the Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti in Real Madrid this particular season, our performance in big games at the same. Say ye domestically, say ye Champions League matches are tough. The Real Madrid and that's a difficult games. Most of them data Real Madrid bet team here winning. Eti Madrid no ya Madrid enim say the Madrid mo wasoro our Champions League nim no. This season in the Champions League, big games, difficult games for Real Madrid. Aya na date so bo Madrid they win it. This season in the Champions League, Liverpool are 2-0. It was in the Champions League this season. Lille are 1-0. It was in the Champions League this season. Otina Fiema AC Milan ko share 3-1. It was in the Champions League this season. AC Milan ko share Madrid 3-1 no. Not throughout the season. AC Milan intimi winning match away. But otimi koye Santiago Bernabeu e share Real Madrid 3-1. And into America say defeats like this was staring in the face of Real Madrid right from the start of the Champions League. But now kwa Madrid intino can nane kana kwa ye bibi e honum. As we speak, Madrid are losing 5 matches in the Champions League this season. The last time it happened to Real Madrid was in 2000-2001 season. And they beat Real Madrid. So about Champions League in a single campaign, now Madrid they lose 5 matches. At Madrid this particular season. It's clearly Real Madrid na yehu and Modema yehu so omo bono. Yen share them who somebody mono this particular season in the Champions League. But once it is the Champions League and it has gotten to the knockout stage, ube sure so be can bebre. Ebiem so bon yen timi fa mo abra be Carlo Ancelotti in the film kwaku. One of the biggest mistakes Mimi who say Carlo Ancelotti here, and it's a woody player. I friend Federico Valverde, Ecobo as a right back. In a sense that this season, season national, there were players of Real Madrid that are not more than conkind. Player bako of those players, Brandt and friend Chouameni more than mona and yet. But in the last few weeks, so I one of the players I want improving the Real Madrid prior Chouameni. It's Chouameni nim fi honum. Now Kwako such a big game against Arsenal. A game I want kasa we trim no akomam. Unim say there Arsenal be dominate play. Edie, not just definitely you are going to defend. And na ye di nkomo ni nyina no. Nkomo na ye kan say. There Arsenal be control game no. It is us never control game now. You are going to need players who are energetic. I won't feel honum because you die game in the Arsenal. Now when you want to me a chasing game in a mouth, I won't feel now Arsenal take control. Your engine is broken and a better day in the amount. Clearly it happened. Would you look at Madrid Coco Boom Fin? The energy levels are low. Kamavinga performance net saying it is Chouameni ni one man. Now me feel saying can you probably boy on fin for your power Federico Valverde because he combines everything in midfield. But Carlo Ancelotti decided here for none of the branch and about the right back. And about some they yaka on countless occasions. Yes, it's true. But even with that, the defensive line of Real Madrid not ended bad. Thibaut Courtois had to save them on a couple of times. But for Courtois, Ebian can come here, Eddie Ebian can 5-0 and I think 6-0 come. Courtois had to come to the party for Real Madrid. No, you save Sinibi. And one of the players they said Declan Rice more set piece Sinibi here, you know, because they are not asking anybody now. Almost create chances Sinibi not and set piece in the toho. Declan Rice about Babi Jinaho. Oh, bo game. That's a near difficult at the Mawa. Who create chances, but on TV, shall not go scoring a problem. You are going to need players to make me standing to the test. Big guys, Ben and Eba party in Real Madrid on the day. Omo and Yebi. On the part of Arsenal, Declan Rice Babi Jinaho from West Ham, Edinburgh Arsenal. A branch in about 338 games. On share direct free kick da. And now in a Champions League night against Real Madrid, and now we are seeing in action in 12 minutes. A branch initiate 2 free kick goals. And the man Arsenal Bokuna. Now the money more also. Thomas Partey did very well. A branch about Quanam ye impressed with the performance. And a mouse Louis Kelly. Seriously speaking, Kwaku, Mimi feel say. And now man for trying say the bigger test for the player or be handle the same. It's them the Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Any Kieran Gibson, same in 2008, example. Obe domestically, ube performing, but at the big stage, we are seeing in a show, no, sign a performance in a bay. And for me, I believe, sir, Arsenal players, you know, did very well. They came to the party, they won, and it is a winner. It is going to live on the minds of the Arsenal supporters. So say AB another big defeat, BBC. Kudos to the Arsenal team, they did very well. Kwaku Barcelona game, you know. Adia ba ko ne say Barca e wo abia so the baby Thibaut Dortmund moboko no. Or Barcelona. Omo treble chase is still on course. That alone is a motivation enough to win Dortmund. Dortmund on the other hand, as a coach, it's managerially, technically, they've been that inconsistency with Borussia Dortmund team nimo. But Niko Kovac buy no. Wa boka from 10th position on the league log e wo fie, which is domestically league nimo no. Or the baba be that 8th. Yes, and ya dey bia ehuburo so. But in the Champions League, kwaku about 4 matches the Diama Borussia Dortmund. 4 no on Lucy. The money ye hu nso so ne say in all those 4 matches now abonu 2 e wa away and okokonya wins no. Wa draw 2 and wa win 2. 2 ni nyina no kokko win wa away. Inti Barcelona nye very careful. Na sad ye na mbitu omo. Barca has the quality and Lewandowski should be at the party. The former club, he knows them very well. Aside that, one of the teams that Lewandowski has shown more the carry Amupa Borussia Dortmund. Only almost share 27 times. Was share 27. I'm hoping say ebe there obey 28 over 28. Na niema kon kan diama Barcelona. The individual quality should do the magic for Barca because Dortmund side ne so no key and quality players. Schlotterbeck no money ade out omo ye injured omo ntimi nsia kan ni bi. I'm looking for a straight win for Barcelona. Probably a 3-1 win kwaku.
Okay, it's a Biggie and